Hi, my name's Jackie. I'm from Melbourne and I'm a Scientologist. I first heard about Scientology when I was very little because my parents are both Scientologists, but I really found out about Scientology when I was 15 and I was searching for a few answers for myself. When I was 15, I used to get nervous a lot at really strange points in time. Ordinary situations, I would feel nervous and I'd get really overwhelmed with fear. And I knew that it wasn't right and that it was irrational, and Scientology helped me with Scientology counselling. Scientology is all about life, so it helps me in every single aspect of life, whether it be work, relationships, friends, family. It's something I apply every single day. Scientology has enabled me to realise about myself that I actually can achieve way more than I ever believed that I could. Every single individual actually has a potential that is so huge, and Scientology makes that real to you. Scientology is amazing because it really helps you to help others. It has technology that you go out and apply to yourself, but also to other people. Like for one example, when I was walking down a street one time, there was an old lady. I saw her fall over. A dog had knocked her over and she fell onto the ground, and I knew a Scientology process, and I basically ran over there across the road and went over to her and actually got her out of the situation where she was really upset and in pain, and brought about relief for her, and that was just using a simple Scientology process called a locational. She actually thanked me profusely when I finished, and she was like, "Are you a nurse? Are you a nurse? Like, what just happened?" So just simple processes like that, it was amazing. It just makes you feel really, really cool. I think the most improved area of my life, that's a really hard thing to say. I think every single area of my life is improved greatly because of Scientology. But I really have gained an amazing amount of self-confidence. And then also within my relationships and at work, I'm able to be more competent, more focused, and actually really bring about cheerfulness in other people, which is one of my favourite things to do, and Scientology has helped me with that. To me, Scientology is life. It basically is a technology of life. It's what is life, how do you handle it, what do you do in this situation. Scientology has the answers to all of those things, and any question that you've ever had, there actually is an answer in Scientology. My single greatest success from Scientology has been the amount of happiness that I've achieved, I think, and the amount of happiness that I can create in others through the technology. Like now I actually have a technology that I can help people with, and I've helped so many people just because I knew simple things that Scientology teaches you. My life is so different now to what it was before Scientology. It's like night and day. I hate to use a cliche, but it really is night and day. It's like before I was introverted and I would get nervous and upset, and I used to spend a lot of time dwelling on my worries. Whereas now, Scientology has made me feel like a confident, cheerful, extroverted person, and that's really the person that I am. Wow, my favourite thing about Scientology. I've got to tell you that Scientology is actually fun. You wouldn't necessarily think that a technology of life would be not serious, but it actually is a lot of fun, and it's playful, and the people in Scientology are incredible people. These are the best friends that I've ever had. Scientology has answered a lot of questions for me, including what kind of person I am and where I want to go in life, and exactly what I want to do with myself, including how do I help other people and how do I get them to achieve the best that they can achieve. If I could only tell a person one thing about Scientology, it would be to try it. No matter what you've heard, good or bad, you should just try it and see if it works for you.
The word Scientology comes from the Latin Scio, which means knowing in the fullest meaning of the word, and the Greek word logos, which means study of. It means knowing how to know. Scientology is further defined as the study and handling of the spirit in relationship to itself, universes, and other life. A tool of considerable importance in Scientology, and one that greatly assists interpersonal relationships, is the principle of affinity, reality, and communication. These three interdependent factors may be expressed in a triangle. The first corner of the triangle is affinity, which is the degree of liking or affection or lack of it. It is the feeling of love or liking for someone or something. The second corner of the ARC triangle is called reality, which could be defined as that which appears to be. Reality is fundamentally agreement. What we agree to be real is real. The third corner of the triangle is communication, defined as the interchange of ideas or objects between two people. In human relationships, this corner is more important than the other two corners of the triangle. The interrelationship of the triangle becomes apparent at once when one asks, have you ever tried to talk to an angry man? Without a high degree of liking and without some basis of agreement, there is no communication. Without communication and some basis of emotional response, there can be no reality. Without some basis for agreement and communication, there can be no affinity. Thus, these three things form a triangle. Unless there are two corners of a triangle, there cannot be a third corner. Desiring any corner of the triangle, one must include the other two.
Hi, my name is Tony, I'm from Melbourne and I'm a Scientologist. I first heard of Scientology from my stepdad, and he mentioned that it can really help people, and I had a bit of a problem with drugs at the time, and he mentioned that it can help people get off drugs and rehabilitate their life and really get them to think back and work out what happened and what went wrong, and then work out how to not do that again and start going well in life. I didn't really know what I was expecting, but when I showed up, I didn't leave. And I've been there for years now, and it's really changed my life. In my day-to-day life, Scientology helps me with every aspect of it. Like, I can't even think of a part where it doesn't help me, because when you start using Scientology, it fits with everything. Like, you don't even realize, and until you actually look at it. Scientology helps you in every single part, like finance, work, business, family, relationships, or your friends. Every single part, it actually contributes to it and makes a difference. After I got off drugs and it really helped me, I realized what I could do to help other people, and I had some other friends that were having trouble with drugs, so I introduced them to Scientology and helped them get off drugs, and it was good for me to see that it actually didn't just work on me, it actually worked on other people too. I used to not really think high at all about myself, but now I have a lot of self-respect and have a lot of confidence in what I do. My single greatest success from Scientology would be actually doing well in life and looking forward and actually knowing that there is a brighter future for me. Life is very different now to before Scientology, because I actually believe I can do well, and I am doing well, and I have a family now, a wife, a kid. Before Scientology I didn't have anything. Now I'm running my own business and I work for myself. Before Scientology I didn't think there'd be anything better than working for someone, but now I actually don't work for anyone and I get to control my own life. The questions Scientology has answered for me, the main ones would be who I am and what am I actually doing here, and how to live life properly, and how to make life easier. If I could only say one thing about Scientology to someone else, it's to try it and just see if it works for you. Is there anything else I'd like to say? Yeah, just go in there and try it.
Drug abuse is not just a problem you only find in troubled families or on street corners in urban neighborhoods.
Hey, little brother. Where you been all morning?
One way or another, this tragedy touches most of us at some point in our lives. And the problem is getting worse and more widespread every day. Drug abuse is an epidemic.
What's going on in there?
Nothing. Please,
Open this door.
just leave me alone.
For a person who has to sit by and watch a loved one wrestle with the drug problem, the situation can appear hopeless. For the person wrestling with the drug problem himself, it can feel even worse. For while drugs may seem to offer some relief from unwanted feelings or physical pains, they actually only mask the problem. Drug abuse tears families apart, wrecks marriages, and even devastates whole communities. And the problem doesn't just end with street drugs like heroin and cocaine. Prescription drug use is at an all-time high. And the effects of medical and psychotropic drugs can be every bit as disastrous, with side effects that are worse than the original problem: depression, violence, and even suicide. Even so-called mild drugs like marijuana actually physically make the brain waste away.
Hey man, could you smoke later? I'm trying to study here and the smoke's really violent.
What?
Nothing, dude.
Worse still, for those lucky enough to make it out, drug problems don't stop when people stop taking drugs.
So Stacy, I think you compiled the results from that market research. Stacy? Stacy?
The accumulated effects of drug taking can leave a person both physically and mentally impaired,
I'm sorry, what was the question?
even long after they have taken them. To understand how this could be, you must realize that drugs are essentially poisons. And in addition to their immediate effects, it's been discovered that they don't entirely leave the body. Drug residues lodge in the fatty tissues, and they can remain there for years. Furthermore, those deposits can get dislodged and go back into action in the bloodstream, causing you to re-experience their effects time and time again.
Stacy? Stacy?
Even residues from medicinal drugs, such as Novocaine, diet pills, and other toxic substances, such as pesticides, can get lodged in the tissues of the body and become reactivated years later. To make matters worse, the physical and mental reactions to drug withdrawal can be an agonizing experience. Fortunately, Scientology contains effective programs which address the real source of the problem.
What do you want? Can you help me?
To begin, there are very effective tools that can be used to help someone you know withdraw safely from drugs. For example, you'll learn some simple yet very therapeutic drills that will help a person direct his attention off of himself and onto the people and things in his environment. These, combined with specific nutritional supplements, will ease the symptoms and make their drug withdrawal possible with the minimum of discomfort. Once that has been achieved, Scientology organizations offer a purification program, an effective method to cleanse the body of these unwanted substances. It's a well-supervised routine of exercise, sauna, and nutrition done on a precise personal schedule. Over the course of the program, the chemical residues in the body are broken up, released from the fatty tissues, and flushed out of the body through the pores. Once your body is cleansed of these toxic substances, you can take further steps to eliminate the harmful influence those past incidents can have over you, once and for all. With these powerful solutions, you can be restored to your full and natural vitality, intelligence, and well-being.
Honored to address you now on behalf of our class.
No matter how it seems, the situation is not hopeless. Something can be done about it. Anyone can be helped to free themselves from the harmful effects of drugs. And the result is a fresh new beginning, a new chance, a new life. Human behavior can seem unpredictable.
What's up, loser?
Despite our best attempts, we don't always know who we can trust
Okay, cool. Get you a good summertime board. I think we got you right here.
and who we can't. We often find ourselves surprised or let down by the actions of others.
Would you like to order now, ma'am?
No, it's okay.
Okay, let me know if I can help you with something.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to know in advance if someone is going to be an honest employee
Yo, can I get a hand real quick?
or a reliable roommate?
Hey, I thought you were gonna clean up today.
Yeah, I'm totally still planning on it, I swear.
Right.
Or a productive business partner?
It looks like you've got a deal. Excellent.
Well, in Scientology, there is a tool you can use to predict how a person will behave. It's a scale that shows the range of emotional states that everybody experiences, one following the next. These different emotional states are called tones, and at any given time, everyone is in one of these tones. For example, if you were to receive great news,
Joanna, congratulations. You've got the promotion.
you might be in the tone of enthusiasm. But if you were to receive some very bad news, like the death of a loved one,
What happened?
you would drop down to the tone level of grief.
What's wrong? It's my grandmother.
And just as a sudden loss can cause someone to be in grief for a short while, too many losses or too much pain can cause someone to drop down to grief and stay there, perhaps for years. And she'll respond that way toward most things in life. That's because every emotional tone level has its own unique behavior pattern. For instance, a person who is angry will do certain things.
What's up, loser?
You can expect him to try to dominate people by shouting at them and being abusive.
Don't you tell me what to do! I own you! I own this!
On the other hand, you can expect someone who is fearful to behave quite differently. So there's a chronic tone level for each person, and they'll generally behave as that tone level dictates. Therefore, if you can learn to spot a person's tone level, you'll be able to predict their behavior. And that includes everything from the way they'll communicate,
Get you a good summertime board?
Yeah.
to the things they'll do.
Hey,
Yo,
For example,
busy day, dude?
a person who is chronically bored
Nonstop.
will be neglectful
I thought you were gonna clean up today.
and insincere about the truth.
yeah, I'm totally still planning on it, I swear.
Right.
And though they are too careless to be truly trustworthy,
You know what I did do?
they still at least have fair value as a friend.
Got you some concert tickets for your date tonight.
Alright. Thank you.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
An antagonistic person will twist the truth to harm others.
Swinging it all over the place, you're gonna hit somebody. Just put it down.
They're hostile and nagging and critical,
Not fair.
and their value as a friend is poor.
Can you do anything right?
Now, the most dangerous tone level of all is covert hostility.
Well, I signed up for some fashion design classes.
Really?
Here is the person who smiles to your face and then stabs you in the back.
I love you, sweetie, and I know that you have your own personal look.
Their conversation is filled with small barbs.
Designers have to have a lot of talent, and not very many people make it.
Because they're secretly trying to upset you or even destroy you without you being aware of it.
Don't set your heart on it, okay? I don't want to see you get hurt.
At the bottom of the scale is the tone level of apathy.
I don't even know why we bothered building this thing.
Here is the person who talks hopelessly.
No one's gonna use it anyhow.
In terms of bad things for which there's no remedy.
I mean, everybody's happy just to get paid right now, right? Then what?
At this point, there is so little life left in the person that they have the barest functional control of themselves, let alone any value as a friend, or a spouse, or as an employee.
Where's Frank?
In fact, if you hired them in your business, this person would probably destroy it through neglect and carelessness. As you can see, who we associate with is crucially important. But if you can identify a person's emotional tone, you can reduce or eliminate the risks involved in all your human interactions. In Scientology, there is a chart which shows the various characteristics found in people at these levels, so you can learn how to accurately predict what a person at that level will do. It covers dozens of different areas of behavior, from a person's ability to handle responsibility, to how truthful they will be, and what method they use to handle others. You can also learn how to identify someone's chronic tone level simply by noting what they do with their eyes. Once you know how people will behave in any given circumstance,
Boss, I got it.
you'll always know who your friends are, who you should associate with, and who you can trust. With this knowledge, you can form relationships that will help secure your success and well-being in all your endeavors.
How's that coming along? All right, cool. Good job.